Hi everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Ida's Tasty Creations. This episode I will be creating a pulled pork Cuban sandwich. Here you see that I am chopping up about 3 to 4 garlic cloves. I have separated some of the garlic for a sauce that I would be making for another recipe. But in the bowl I did add about 2 to 3 garlic cloves chopped up. Now you see that I'm going to be adding vinegar. You can add about a 1/4 cup of vinegar. I will also be adding salt and pepper. You see here for the salt, I really can't give you a measurement. That's something that you can add to your liking, as well as the pepper. Once you mix this vinegar mixture, you can go ahead and taste it. It's absolutely safe for you to taste. And yes, I do wear gloves while chopping up garlic. I love garlic, but I just don't like the smell of it on my hands. So now I'm going to make sure that the salt dissolves a little bit in there. Everything is mixed up nice. And then I'll go ahead and just set that aside. Now, what you see me doing is I am going to start prepping the pork. I did get a pork butt at the market. That for me has more flavor, more juices. I like to cook it with the fat on. So like that, it does have more juices for you, and it's easier to shred it once it's cooked. So now here I will be adding salt to the pork. Whenever I make meat in the slow cooker or the Instant Pot, I always say to salt your meat more. For some reason, whenever I just salt it the way the recipe calls for it, to me it doesn't have enough flavor. So just add some salt there to your pork on all sides and just massage that in. I'm also adding some pepper to the pork. There you can add it on all sides, or you can leave it out if you want. It's entirely up to you. I just added that just because, like I said, I do like to add more seasoning to my meat whenever I cook it in the slow cooker or the Instant Pot. Now, I do make some little holes in the meat, so like that I can put in some of the chopped up garlic. And once I make those holes in the meat and add the chopped up garlic, I will drizzle some of that vinegar mixture onto the meat as well, and I just massage that in. So now we're going to hit the saute button on the Instant Pot. Wait for that to warm up. Okay, it feels like it's already warming up there. We're going to sear the meat. just a few seconds on each side. And we can do that with the next one. Well, depending on how many pounds of meat you're doing. I'm cooking for a lot of people today, so we can go ahead and get this out of the way. I'm going to turn it. All right, so now what we can do is you can just go ahead and click cancel. Let's put our other piece of meat here. I'm trying to get both of these to fit in here. So let me put this bigger piece in there first. Get this one in there on the side. We just really want to cook this so like that. And because you also need some liquid for the Instant Pot, I did add a can of chicken broth. I added that to the sides. Don't just pour it directly on the top, because and then for me all the seasonings just, you know, fall off. And now what I did was I did use the manual option on there, and I set it for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Once the meat was done, I did do a quick release on that, and I chopped up some onions. I left it a little on the thick side of the onion there. Now what I did was I added that to the meat. And added an extra 10 minutes to the Instant Pot. I did use the manual setting. Now for me, adding it for 10 minutes, to me the onions were a little too soft for me. So if you do try this recipe, just go ahead and try doing it for 5 minutes. I do like to have a little bite to my onions when doing this, so it's depending on your preference. Okay, now that the pork roast is done, we're going to take it out. Be careful, this is extremely hot. You can start taking this out so you can start shredding it. And like I said, be very careful because it's very, very hot. As you can still hear it sizzling. Start shredding some of that now and removing all the fat. Like I said, I did leave the fat for the flavor. I think it has more flavor that way, and also it shreds a lot better. So now I'm going to assemble the Cuban sandwiches. And what I did is I just got some store-bought rolls. I toasted them, split them, toasted them on a pan. You can toast them on the oven. There I had made some garlic oil. You can just put olive oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, mix it with garlic. You can do this about 2 hours before you start making that, so like that the oil is infused with the garlic. And I just put in a squeeze bottle, put some on the rolls there. I love garlic oil, so I would put it on each side, but it's entirely up to you. Now I have here some Swiss cheese, and I also have some Black Forest ham that I got from the deli. And now I'm adding the pulled pork. Okay, now you can go ahead and add your mustard. And your slice of pickle. If you don't like pickles, you can totally leave that out as well. Alright guys, now there you have it. That's the pulled pork Cuban sandwiches. Well, that's my version of the pulled pork Cuban sandwich. I hope you guys enjoy it. Leave comments below. Let me know if you tried this recipe or how you make your version of a Cuban sandwich or a pulled pork sandwich. Thank you. Hopefully new recipes will be coming out soon. And please like and subscribe this video. Thanks.